It's time to release fear, time to fight. And what are you going to fight? You are fighting your inner resistance to change. You're fighting the inner tendency to self-protection and fear of the other. And you're fighting outer influences created to cause confusion and chaos. And if you're like me, you're feeling this energy and don't know where it's coming from. It's coming from all over. From the heavens, from numerology, from everything that's happening in politics and health. So let's just take a moment and take a breath. Release all of those fears. Again, the fear of our inner tendency to fear change and our inner tendency to be afraid of the other and the outer influences designed to create chaos and confusion. We need to fight them. And how can we fight them? This is something you may have heard before, and it may offer some suggestions, because love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. But where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled. And where there is knowledge, it will pass away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when completeness comes, what is in part disappears. For now, we see only a reflection, as in a mirror. Then we shall see face to face. Now I know in part, then I shall know fully, even as I am fully known. And now these three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. And that's something we haven't been hearing many people talking about. You can call it love. I like to call it compassion, so there is no confusion of what the deep intention is to relieve the suffering of so many people. And we begin with holding that compassion for ourselves. Because if we do not have compassion for ourselves, we can't have it for anyone else. And that's why I wanted to share this passage. For those who don't know it, it is a Bible passage. It's one I had to memorize when I was 8 or 9 years old, spending a semester living with my grandmother in Georgia. And it's always stuck with me no matter what practice, spiritual practice I'm doing, because love, compassion is the heart of the matter. That's all we have to continue to give each other as human beings, as sentient beings, because we've seen that animals have affection for each other. But this love is deeper than just physical affection. It is the love that wants the best for everyone, that wants no one to suffer, that wants everyone to have access to food and shelter and education and fulfilling work. So These are the things we have to offer if we are coming from a place of love. And that is what is needed. Compassion, courage equals love. And no matter who you are, what you say you're about, if you're not about love, you need to look at yourself. Because as the Dalai Lama says, everyone wants to be loved and everyone wants to be happy. This is what I wanted to share with everyone today. Instead of Tuesday, tomorrow, I know people will be occupied with the election. So, until Wednesday, think about compassion and courage and kindness, patience and persistence, and know that, not to be cliche, they say it is always the darkest before the dawn. And we may be in the midst of the eye of a storm, but just look to the eye and to the heart, and all will be well. And always remember to breathe deeply, smile, and be grateful.